So it's the second day today when the Supreme Court will resume hearing in the Waqf matter as the Apex Court is hearing a batch of over 70 petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the Waqf Amendment law, which was recently passed by the Parliament and came into effect on the 8th of April. The bench that was about to pass an interim order but put it on hold on the last minute as the Solicitor General had sought for some more time. The court then stated that it would hear the matter again at 3 p.m. on the 17th of April before passing any orders. But during the course of the hearing yesterday, on certain critical points of this contention, the Supreme Court had some posers for both the petitioners and the centre. Let's put out exactly what these issues are that has been highlighted by the Supreme Court, especially to the petitioners there in the case. Let's put out the first contention, especially when it comes to Waqf by user that is now being challenged by the petitioners in the Supreme Court. The Apex Court says that there is a genuine concern of alleged misuse. However, also saying that no registration as far as the procedure is concerned came before when it comes to the Britishers, and it is impossible to show the registration deed of a certain land that especially goes up to more than hundreds of years. However, when it comes to the contention, another one that has now been given to the petitioners, can protected monument be declared as Waqf? The Apex Court is of the opinion that Waqf property cannot be later changed and protected monument cannot be declared as property of Waqf. Now, in the meantime, when it comes to the posers to the centre, what the Supreme Court has said on the contention of inclusion of non-Muslims, the Supreme Court has put out a question there asking the centre, will you allow Muslims when it comes to Hindu endowment boards? The hearing that will continue today, as far as in the matter is concerned, it was a 3-judge bench that indicated that it was considering staying the operation of these certain parts of the Waqf law, but the top court proposed to pass an interim order on these points. Let's put out what are the points there. Properties that are declared by courts as Waqf will not be denotified as Waqfs, whether they are Waqf by user or Waqf by deed, while the Supreme Court is hearing the challenge to the Waqf Act of 2025. Let's in the meantime put out another point, which says that while the collector conducting inquiry, Waqf property will be treated as Waqf only, while the collector is conducting the inquiry will not be given the effect to. Meanwhile, let's talk about another point here. The Supreme Court saying that all of the members of the Waqf boards and Central Waqf Council must be Muslims except when it comes to the ex officio members. Let's get in a word from Dipankar now, who is joining us live right now. Dipankar, good morning. Second round of hearing that would be taking place today. The 3-judge bench was about to dictate an interim order, but the centre has sought for more time, especially when it comes to certain questions that has been highlighted by the Supreme Court. Can you give us the details, please?
Well, a very good morning to you. There were certain arguments that were made by the Solicitor General as well as the petitioners before the 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court, and they had very categorically threadbare gone through each and every provisions of the Waqf Act and had argued on the points. And an interesting thing that happened yesterday was that the Supreme Court had also remarked upon the violence that has been broken in Murshidabad. So today, when the hearing continues, it will have to be seen as to what further arguments will be made and what further remarks the Supreme Court makes regarding the violence that took place. Apart from that, we'll have to also wait and watch as to what are the proposals or what the interim order is given on the basis of the proposal that was given yesterday by the Supreme Court. So these are the main important key things that we'll have to wait and watch as to what happens in the court, because the Solicitor General was continuing with his arguments and was taking the Supreme Court threadbare to each and every provision and pointing out that the accusation that was made by Mr. Kapil Sibal, if you remember, while he was arguing, he had said that this is usurpation, this is a government usurpation of the rights of 200 million people. There was
points that have been highlighted there by the Supreme Court yesterday. Meanwhile, as Dipankar was pointing out, that the Solicitor General sought for more time And the court then said it would hear the case again at 3 p.m. on the 17th of April before passing any orders. For the moment, thank you, Dipankar, for joining in. But in yesterday's hearing, there is also the consideration of violence that has been reported, especially in Murshidabad, that the court highlighted. Over the political slugfest that has been also taking place, the TMC and the BJP continue to remain locked in a fierce war of words. The West Bengal Chief Minister, while meeting imams, had launched a scathing attack on the centre, alleging that the recent violence was part of pre-planned conspiracy and all of that was orchestrated by the BJP. She even went on to claim that the BSF allowed outsiders to cross into the state and provoke unrest. And Mamata Banerjee further added that individuals from Bangladesh, outsiders, were involved in the violence that perpetuated in Murshidabad and other areas. She slammed the BSF, asking that why people from outside are allowed to enter, create chaos and flee, as it is the BSF which is protecting the borders by the central government. It is not the state government.
প্লিজ দয়া করে সে যেই হোক এ বি সি ডি ই এফ জি যেই বা হোক আইন কখনো হাতে তুলে নেবেন না। আপনি ইউনূসের সাথে গোপন মিটিং করুন, চুক্তি করুন, দেশের ভালো হলে খুশি হব। হোম মিনিস্ট্রি সোর্সকে কোট করে বলেছে এইরকম করেই ওরা দেয়, তাকে আমি দোষ দিচ্ছি না। देश में इसमें बांग्लादेश का हाथ है, अगर हाथ है तो इसको जमींदारी तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का है। बीएसएफ बॉर्डर संभालते हैं, हम नहीं संभालते हैं। क्यों अलाउ किया? क्यों बीजेपी का बाहर से आदमी आके आप गड़बड़ करके भाग गया?
Now, Waqf law hearing which is taking place in the Supreme Court. Meanwhile, we talk about the Calcutta High Court as well, which will be hearing at least 5 petitions related to the recent violence reported in Murshidabad. At around noon, we are told the matter would be taken up. A key decision on the deployment of central forces is expected as far as when it comes to West Bengal government has also been directed to present a detailed ground report on the situation in Murshidabad. Let's get a word from Sabyasachi as well. So Sabya, this has been a demand from the BJP side saying that the state government and the police are unable to control violence, as on several incidents, violence had been reported in Murshidabad despite taking precautionary measures. Also, what is being said that BJP leader Shubhendu Adhikari has also requested permission to visit the affected areas.
Well, that's right. BJP leader of opposition in the state of West Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, has sought permission from the Calcutta High Court to give him permission to visit the affected areas of Samserganj and Dhulia, and this matter will be heard today. And a lot of significant hearing is going to take place in the Calcutta High Court at around 12 p.m. Today. The first hearing will be whether the central forces deployed over there in Murshidabad and in the nearby areas, their period of deployment should be extended or not, and also the detailed report which has been sought in by the Calcutta High Court from the West Bengal state government would be presented today in front of the Calcutta High Court. And also there is another petition which seeks that the NIA should investigate the violence that had broken out in Murshidabad, so that petition will also be coming up in the Calcutta High Court. Meanwhile, time and again the BJP has been highlighting that the law and order in the state of West Bengal has been a complete failure, and the state police have turned a mute spectator despite giving inputs that the protesters had given a protest call against the Waqf law. Despite that input, the state police was unable to control the violence.
Moreover, as far as protests that are also being planned in Kolkata, what is now been reported that permission for that has been denied by the Kolkata police owing to the disruptions and inconvenience it causes to the people there. Sabya, thank you very much for the moment for joining in. In the meantime, we speak of the Union Minister Kiran Rijiju, who has also hit back at the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, stating that the West Bengal Chief Minister is the one who is fueling violence. He went on to say that those protesting are those opposition political parties which treat Muslim community as vote bank and they create fear-mongering. And these are the people who do not want the Muslim community to be empowered, to be developed. He further added that a large section of the Muslim community is welcoming the Waqf law wholeheartedly, where Waqf land is not being utilized to benefit when it comes to Muslim community. Some powerful people are the ones who are misusing it. It is the Waqf law that has now come into effect will be beneficial, especially to the poor Muslims.
These are the result of these unmindful political statements given by Mamata Banerjee and some of the political leaders, which is condemnable. I fail to understand that sitting in such high position, undermining her own position. Now the person who is in charge of the law and order situation in the state herself is fueling this kind of violence.
It's an anti-national statement. BSF जिसकी शान है, बान है, मान है, वो बराबर BSF के खिलाफ बोलता है. This statement is completely anti-national statement.
पश्चिम बंगाल में जो दुर्दांत दुस्साहस उग्रवादी तत्व कर रहे हैं और उसके बाद तृणमूल कांग्रेस की सरकार की ममता जो उनके ऊपर दिख रही है और इंडी गठबंधन ने जो सेकुलर मौन धारण करके रखा हुआ है, ये देश के समाज और लोकतंत्र के लिए ये चुप्पी बहरा करने वाली है.
Now, owing